Internet, it is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about The Machine. So as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So let's get to it. Pros. So apparently this movie is all about this guy whose name is Bert Kreischer. That's what I'm going with, Kreischer. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. The guy that's like, the centerpiece of this poster here, the shirtless one. Let's just label him as that. Yeah, I didn't like before I made this video. I literally had no idea who this dude was, but apparently, he's been around for quite a long time. Hell, his nickname is The Machine. It's not even a joke. I'm on his Wikipedia page. And dude is like a stand-up comedian, podcaster, reality TV host, actor. And yeah, man, apparently he has a pretty decent sized fan base from what I've looked up. So obviously any of his fans will be like the first in line to watch this, obviously. So uh yeah. So obviously, like, this is literally his movie. It's based off his real life. So this is literally the Bert Kreischer show. Like straight up. So I guess I'd label his presence as a pro, I guess. So that's pro number one. Pro number two, we got Mark Hamill in here. I mean, you got Luke Skywalker and the voice of the Joker and tons of other stuff. Well, those are the main two things he's known for: Luke Skywalker and being the voice of the Joker in many, many, many projects, either animated shows or video games. So I guess his presence, he's probably the most recognizable face here. So I guess his presence would be a pro. So it's pro number two, I guess. Um uh I'm struggling to think of any other pros. I really can't. I really can't think of anything. I can't. It's not like this has a cinema score. It's not even. I just checked. It's not even up, so can't comment on that. So yeah, I think that's really it. So cons. Reviews are not good at all. 33%. Granted, it's out of like 12 reviews. It's not exactly, you know, it's probably wise not to go off a number like that with so few reviews. Ideally, you want the number to be like in like the 50, 60, reviews. That way you have like a more of a grasp of what the general consensus is. But yeah, 12 reviews can't really go off with 12 reviews all that much. But its audience score is much, much, much higher, like almost 3 times higher, at like 92%. So clearly the people who watch this movie like this movie. So it's probably one of those critics hate it, audiences love it type movies. That's what it seems like to me. So that might help, I guess. But so yeah, but still, that 33% it has right now isn't gonna help it. Well, I don't know if it will matter that much, but I might as well label that as a con, even though its audience score is significantly higher. So I guess that's a positive. I guess that I might as well put that as a pro. Its audience score being so high, that's a pro. But a con definitely is the lack of marketing. I've seen like no real push from like this is from Sony. I've seen no real push from this, probably because they're spending all their money on Across the Spider-Verse. I don't blame them. um, but yeah, just like there's been like no real marketing push for this movie, and obviously that's gonna hurt it, no doubt. So that's a con. Uh, this weekend is a very busy weekend, lots of stuff going on. Obviously, it's Memorial Day weekend. I mean, Memorial Day weekend as a weekend is a pro, but the thing is, this movie's coming out against like four other movies. One movie that's gonna just destroy them all, pretty much. That's The Little Mermaid. Not to mention, there's holdovers like Fast X and Guardians 3. And don't even get me started on all the movies coming out in June. Like, once June starts, this movie is dead. So, like, that's exactly that's just what's gonna happen. So, yeah, competition all over the place. That's a con, definitely. Trying to think of another con. Uh, I guess with like Bert here, sure, like the people who are going to see this movie are probably going to be fans of his, but I don't know how wide this fan base really is. I mean, it seems big on the surface, but that means nothing. That in some cases that means nothing. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this movie might be a little too niche, like for its own good. Like it has a clear ceiling. Okay, so like it's not gonna go sky high. Like this is very much a niche movie. So that's a definitely a negative, a con. Trying to think of another con. Uh, oh. I can't think of another con really at the moment. Uh, I mentioned a competition, I mentioned reviews, mentioned lack of broad appeal, pretty much. Lack of advertising. Is that it? I think that's it. I think I covered all the main points. So, opening weekend. Oh, it's Thursday previews. How could I forget? So, it's Thursday previews on the surface are actually better than what I anticipated. With like 850,000 in preview numbers. For comparison's sake, About My Father had like 285,000. So, on the surface, this looks really good. However, I feel like with previews like this, like I gotta be cautious, okay? Because I was a little too optimistic about Sisu's preview numbers, and that blew up in my face. So I don't want to make the same mistake twice, because obviously this is going after a very niche demographic, pretty much like Sisu. Very niche audience, and that niche audience is going to cause this movie to be a little more front loaded than expected, at least when we compare it to its previews. So its preview numbers, I'd say, are a mixed bag. So I'm gonna label that as not even a pro or a con. That's like middle ground. And I think that's really it. Now that's it. So opening weekend, well, you got 3-day and 4-day weekend because holiday and whatnot. 3-day, I see this doing the best out of all the non-Little Mermaid movies that are coming out this weekend, but that's not really saying a lot. I don't think this is going to reach double digits for its opening weekend. I don't see that happening. I see it reaching between 6 and 8 million 3-day weekend. For the 4-day, 7 to 9 million, and its total 15 to 20. That's where I see it. And yeah, that's it. So that was The Machine. One more movie to go over, and that's You Hurt My Feelings. Then we're done. We're done with the weekend. We're done with May. It's over. We can move on. So yeah, so stay tuned for that last video. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. We'll check out more videos like this. Got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made on the channel. Want to watch any of them, any of the ones I've done this year or the past few years, you can go right ahead. There's the cancel series where I go over all the movies that are supposed to come out but didn't. The Machine, I talked about it once. And that was episode 171 when it got its date. I talked about it alongside Megan 2.0, Bao is Afraid, Night Swim, The Hill. Talked about all of those in that video. So that was episode 171. So if you want to watch that or any other episodes I've done, there's now 192 episodes, so plenty to choose from. So if you want to watch any of the past, any of the cancel episodes from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that, so go do it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. May recap will come out the first week of June, in between Across the Spider-Verse and Rise of the Beast. So it'll come up between those two movies, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.